Hello, Steve White, Steve White's 89. Well, there's a little bit of a rumour that now that Discovery has taken over Warner Brothers and AT&T's out, that they're actually talking about going back and doing, going back to the Snyderverse and doing Man of Steel 2 and Justice League and everything. Now, this might just be Doomcock style wishful thinking and fantasy, but it could be something. I was thinking, how much are the dynamics within the company going to change now that, because people are saying basically Discovery has bought Warner Brothers and they're getting rid of everyone. It's not a merging. It's like, we bought you, we own you, get out. Our people are going to take over and we're going to run your company better, which they could do. Because Warner Brothers was not doing the best job. They were not really focusing on what people wanted. They had their own sort of idea of what they would do. And you can't really do that. You can't just decide, well, we're going to create this product and people are going to want it. No, people need to want it on their own. And if people do already want a product and know what they want, you need to give it to them, not give them something else and tell them that's what you really want. Because most people won't fall for that. Some people will, most people won't. So there were people who wanted the Snyderverse finished. And I think we're more than happy for them to go on and do something different after the Snyderverse is done. I don't think anyone is really that bothered on that sense. It's just that it wasn't finished. They started something up and they cut halfway because it wasn't going how they thought. Because it probably was a bit more artistic and more creative and less just crowd pleasing like the Marvel films, but that's what they want. They just want money for that sort of level of entertainment. So Snyder got cut, but then he came back and he did the redo of Justice League, and everyone loved it. And now people are like, well, we want the rest of that. We want the other movie. We want the Man of Steel sequels. And Henry Cavil wants to be in, and there was talk of all this, and then there was some fairly strong suggestions that was not going to happen, never going to happen. This was sort of our one-off Snyder sort of reunion moment, and that was it. And then there was the talk of the Black Superman under J.J. Abrams, but how is J.J. Abrams' contract going to work out now that they're under new owners? Because sometimes these things can get shook out. Sometimes people can buy people out. Sometimes people just don't respect the agreements that were made between prior owners of a IP or a franchise or a studio or whatever. So, I mean, if that, one of the first things people do when they take over a show or a franchise or a studio is they cancel everything the last people were done. So they're not held accountable if that goes wrong, and so they can do their own thing because they don't want to be grandparenting anything. They want to bring in their own stuff, and even if what they've got set up is better, they just want their version or their product out there. So there's really no way of telling now what's going to happen. They could just keep on going and then just focus on creating new stuff, or they might come into a reevaluation and they may very much decide to go in a total different direction from what Warner Brothers was doing, or they might just keep on chugging on as they were. So it's hard to tell, but I'd like to think, I want Henry Cavill to come back, because there was also talk of him just continuing to play Superman, but just in a different Superman universe. And now they're all woke. No, we want Black Superman. And like, even the black people don't want Black Superman. They want the pre-existing Black Superman, and they want to see him visualized and made as as a live action character. They don't want to see Clark Kent Superman turn black for the sake of having a Black Superman when they already have a Black Superman that isn't being realized. The same goes for a lot of superheroes, because there was another moment that we saw again. 101 Dalmatians had two characters. One was a redheaded lady and a guy, and now, of course, they replaced the redheaded lady with a black lady because diversity is black women, and redheads apparently don't count, and they're being discriminated against when they are a minority too. Why didn't they make the white guy, like the brunette white guy, a black guy? Why couldn't the redheaded lady be married to a black guy? And then we got two minorities, but no. Had to get rid of one, swap it out for another. The redheads are basically seen as disposable, and they're just tossing them out, recycling them for black people and calling it diversity and representation, which on some small level it is, but it's tokeny and secondhand, and it's just not good. There are just so many underutilized, unrealized characters in movies and comics, black characters that haven't been used, and instead of doing that, they don't want to risk that. They think it's a better bet to make an established character black, race swap them rather than, you know, create, or not create, it's already created, but develop one that already exists. So it's all a big mess. We don't know what's happening, but I do like that rumor that they're going to go back and finish off the Snyderverse, because they can always do the next thing next. They don't have to. It's not like they only have to make Snyder films for the rest of the world, the rest of the eternity or something. Just finish off the Snyderverse, then move on to another reboot. No one's going to have a problem with that. But cutting it off before it's finished and then going on to something before people are ready to move on to something else, it's not going to bode well for the box office or anyone, I don't think. But that's my 2 cents worth. I don't want to talk too long about it because it's really just a rumor that, you know, is one of those ones you just kind of want to be true. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.